Did you know that your breakfast might be silently draining your strength, your circulation, and even your confidence as a man over 60? Most men wake up feeling tired, stiff, maybe even a little disconnected from their body, and they chalk it up to just getting older. But that's not the full truth. What's really happening often starts right at the breakfast table. If your first meal is nothing but coffee and toast, or worse, if you skip it completely, you're sending your body the wrong signal. That simple mistake can restrict blood flow, weaken pelvic muscles, and leave you with less energy and responsiveness where it matters most. But here's the encouraging part. The reverse is also true. The right foods, eaten at the right time, can actually wake up your circulation, support your hormones, and bring back a vitality you thought was gone. I'm Dr. Catherine Rocker, a men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men in their 60s, 70s, and beyond reclaim their energy, circulation, and confidence without depending on pills or extreme routines. And in this video, I'm going to share 5 simple, natural breakfast foods, most of which you already have in your kitchen, that can make a powerful difference in how you feel each day. Stick with me until the end, because I'll also reveal a specific food combination that's been helping my patients feel real improvements in less than a week. And before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss practical tips built just for you. Now, let's start with the first food on the list. A classic that's probably been sitting in your pantry for years, but when eaten the right way, it becomes one of the most powerful tools for circulation and energy. Ingredient 1, oats with pumpkin seeds, the circulation igniter. Let's start with something simple, something you probably walk past in your pantry every morning without thinking twice. Oats, not the instant, sugar-packed packets, but good old-fashioned rolled oats. When paired with one humble addition, pumpkin seeds, they transform from a boring breakfast into a circulation powerhouse. Here's why. Oats are rich in a type of fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber works like a gentle scrub brush for your arteries, reducing bad cholesterol and improving vessel elasticity. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses. When they're stiff and clogged, water barely trickles through. But when they're flexible and clear, flow returns easily. That's exactly what oats help your arteries do. Stay flexible so blood can move freely, especially to the pelvic region. Now add a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds. These tiny seeds are loaded with zinc, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids. Together, these nutrients act like a support team for your hormones, nerves, and pelvic muscles. And those muscles aren't just about bladder control, they're the foundation of male performance, stability, and strength. I had a patient, Harold, 68, who told me he felt sluggish every morning. His breakfast was nothing but coffee and a piece of toast. I suggested he swap it for a warm bowl of oats, sprinkled with pumpkin seeds and a touch of cinnamon. 10 days later, he called me in disbelief. "Doc, I feel awake again. My mornings don't feel heavy anymore. I even feel warmer, more alive." That wasn't a miracle, that was biology. His body finally getting the raw materials it had been waiting for. So tomorrow morning, instead of skipping breakfast or reaching for empty carbs, give your circulation what it craves. A bowl of oats topped with pumpkin seeds. It's simple, it's satisfying, and it's a direct investment in your energy and vitality. Ingredient 2, watermelon, the vessel relaxer. Most people think of watermelon as just a refreshing summer snack. But hidden inside this fruit is one of nature's most powerful secrets for circulation. Watermelon is rich in an amino acid called L-citrulline, which your body converts into nitric oxide. And nitric oxide is the exact molecule your blood vessels use to relax, expand, and let blood flow freely, especially to the lower body. That's the same mechanism behind certain well-known medications. But here's the difference. Watermelon does it naturally, gently, and without side effects. When eaten in the morning, particularly on an empty stomach, your body absorbs the L-citrulline more effectively, giving your circulation a noticeable boost right when you need it most. I remember a patient named Greg, 64. He used to skip breakfast or grab a muffin on the go. He told me he felt sluggish, heavy, and even noticed a pulling sensation in his legs when walking. I asked him to start simple, a bowl of fresh watermelon in the morning before anything else. 1 week later, he emailed me, "Doc, this is unbelievable. I feel lighter, more energized. Something's moving again." That wasn't magic. That was blood flow being restored, oxygen delivery improving, and tissues waking up after years of neglect. So here's the tip. Keep it simple. Slice fresh, ripe watermelon and eat it before your main breakfast. No added sugar, no heavy toppings. Just fruit. It hydrates your body, fuels your circulation, and energizes your vascular system from the inside out. Ingredient 3. Hard-boiled eggs, the muscle and hormone fuel. Let's talk about something nearly everyone already has in their kitchen. Eggs. Simple, familiar, affordable, and when eaten in the right way, one of the most effective tools for energy and performance after 60. Why hard-boiled? Because they're pure, clean fuel without the added oils or butter that can weigh you down. Eggs are nature's complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids. Each one delivers vitamin B12, vitamin D, choline, and healthy cholesterol, all critical for testosterone production, nerve function, and muscle repair. Now, many men still avoid eggs because of outdated fears about cholesterol. But here's the truth. Dietary cholesterol from eggs doesn't raise your heart disease risk. In fact, eggs can raise your HDL, the good cholesterol that supports vascular health. Even more importantly, the choline in egg yolks helps nerves communicate properly, especially the pelvic floor nerves that control bladder function and support erections. I think of Stephen, a 70-year-old patient who lived on toast and jelly each morning. He always complained that he had no energy until midday. I asked him to try swapping that for 2 hard-boiled eggs and a glass of water. 2 weeks later, he smiled and told me, "Doc, I get up with more clarity. I don't need to lean on the walls anymore. And yes, I feel sharper down there too." That wasn't magic. That was his body finally getting the protein and nutrients it needed to perform. So if you've been starting your day with sugar or skipping protein altogether, it's time to make a change. 2 hard-boiled eggs in the morning can help fuel your muscles, balance your hormones, and restore your energy before the day even begins. Ingredient 4. Beetroot juice, the circulation booster. If there's one food that often surprises my patients, it's beetroot. Most men overlook it or think of it as just a pickled side dish. But when used the right way, fresh as juice, it becomes one of the most powerful natural circulation boosters you can add to your mornings. Beetroot is packed with natural nitrates. Once inside your body, these nitrates are converted into nitric oxide, the same molecule we've already talked about that helps relax and open blood vessels. When your vessels are open and flexible, blood moves more freely, oxygen delivery improves, and your muscles and nerves, especially in the lower body, get the fuel they've been missing. One of my patients, Charles, 72, used to describe his mornings as having cement legs. Walking even a block left him tired and heavy. Instead of adding another pill, I asked him to drink a small glass of pure beetroot juice first thing in the morning, before his coffee. 2 weeks later, he returned with a big smile. "Doc, my legs feel lighter. I even danced at my granddaughter's birthday party." That wasn't luck. That was his circulation finally waking up. Here's the simple tip. Start with about half a glass, around 100 milliliters, of pure beetroot juice in the morning. Don't overdo it, and don't mix it with heavy foods right away. Let your body absorb it clean. It may look humble, but beetroot juice can quietly restore your energy, lighten your steps, and even bring back warmth and responsiveness where you thought it was gone. Ingredient 5. Brazil nuts, the hormone stabilizer. Sometimes the smallest foods carry the biggest impact. Brazil nuts are a perfect example. Just 2 or 3 of these rich, creamy nuts in the morning can provide your body with one of the most important minerals for men over 60, selenium. Selenium acts like a spark plug for your hormones, especially testosterone. It also supports nerve regeneration and helps protect your prostate. Along with selenium, Brazil nuts are full of magnesium, zinc, and healthy fats, all nutrients your body uses to fuel energy, balance hormones, and maintain strong circulation. I remember a patient, Daniel, 66, who told me he felt drained no matter how much he slept. He admitted his breakfast was usually just coffee and a pastry. I suggested adding 2 Brazil nuts each morning alongside a protein source. Within weeks, he noticed something different. "Doc, my stamina is better. I don't crash in the afternoons anymore, and my mood feels lighter." Those changes weren't from stimulants. They were from his hormones and nervous system finally being supported. The key with Brazil nuts is moderation. Because they're so rich in selenium, just 2 or 3 a day is plenty. More than that, and you may get too much of a good thing. But in the right dose, these tiny nuts can give your body exactly what it needs to stabilize hormones, protect your prostate, and restore vitality. Now that we've gone through all 5 foods, let's pull it together. Oats with pumpkin seeds work like a circulation igniter, keeping your arteries flexible while strengthening the pelvic muscles that support energy and performance. Watermelon, loaded with L-citrulline, acts as a natural vessel relaxer, opening up blood flow to the areas that matter most. Hard-boiled eggs deliver complete protein and choline, fueling your hormones, nerves, and muscles from the ground up. Beetroot juice is your morning circulation booster, filling your system with nitric oxide so oxygen and blood flow freely. And Brazil nuts, small but mighty, provide selenium and minerals to stabilize hormones, protect your prostate, and keep your energy steady. Here's what I want you to take away. This isn't about eating perfectly or changing your entire diet overnight. Real change doesn't come from extremes. It comes from small, consistent steps. That's why I tell my patients, just pick one of these 5 foods tomorrow morning, not next week, not someday. Tomorrow, maybe you start with oats and pumpkin seeds for strength. Maybe you slice watermelon for energy. Maybe it's 2 hard-boiled eggs for protein, or a half glass of beetroot juice to wake up your circulation. Even 2 Brazil nuts can start shifting your hormones in the right direction. Every small step you take sends a message to your body. I'm still here. I still care. I'm not giving up. And when you send that message with your breakfast every morning, your body listens. So here's the truth. Aging doesn't take away your strength, your circulation, or your confidence. What really takes it away is giving up. And you haven't given up. You're here, you're listening, and now you have a simple roadmap to start taking back control. Tomorrow morning, when you sit down to breakfast, remember this. You're not just eating food, you're making a choice. Will it be the same old habits that drain your energy, or will it be one of these 5 powerful foods that restore it? The choice is in your hands, and the results can start showing up faster than you think. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s reignite their vitality with nothing more than small, consistent changes like this. And if they can do it, so can you. Now, here's what I want you to do. If you're ready to change your mornings, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. I read every response, and your feedback helps me guide you better. Share this video with a friend or loved one who needs to hear that it's never too late to feel strong again. And most importantly, subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss another tip designed specifically for men like you. Remember, your next chapter doesn't start someday. It starts tomorrow morning, right at your breakfast table. Choose wisely, choose strength, and live like your body still matters, because it does.